Anambra on its 31st anniversary. FG moves to establish blueprint for emission trading scheme. And on the foreign scene, Pakistan flood kills over 15 people, destroys bridges. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on the people of Anambra State to see the creation of a new cardinal from Anambra on August 27th, same date for the 31st anniversary of the creation of the state, more as spiritual than mere coincidence. We have details of that report.
Speaking in an interview at St. Peter's Square, Vatican City, Rome, where he led the Anambra contingent to witness the event, Governor Soludo said the making of Cardinal Opaleke on the same day Anambra was marking her 31st anniversary was a thing to thank God for, just as its spiritual significance cannot be ignored. He called on the Anambra across the globe to see this as a defining moment for the state and key in to raise the bar of elevation of the state even higher. The governor remarked with delight that Cardinal Opaleke was just the only Nigerian among the list of 20 new cardinals created and also one of the two representing the whole of African continent. He enjoined all citizens to join hands in lifting the state to attain all-round growth, including the spiritual.
It's a special day in the life of our state, and I bring you felicitations. We are here to witness the creation of a new cardinal. Our own brother, our own son, Bishop Ebere Pete Opaleke. That a new cardinal from Anambra State is being created. It's not a mere coincidence. There must be something spiritual about it. Those of us from Anambra come to celebrate with him, welcome him as he received the red hat. Also to lift our state up high unto the Lord for his bountiful blessings, not only upon the cardinal, the new cardinal, upon the people of Anambra.
Anambra State Association of Town Unions, ASATO, says the state has truly reflected its sobriquet as the light of the nation and has witnessed tremendous development in all areas of the economy. The association made this known through their national president, Chief Titus Akbudo, while congratulating the state on our 31st anniversary. Our correspondent, Amaka Chibuzokoye, has details.
Akbudo, who is also a legal practitioner, went down memory lane, highlighting the achievements of the former Governor Chris Ngige and Peter Obi, saying their focus on giving the state a massive road network and other giant developmental projects, including excellent performance in education, gave the state many laurels. The ASATO national president also praised immediate past Governor Willie Obiano, who came with a far-reaching vision and mission, which he accomplished by erecting the state's international cargo and passenger airport, international conference center, and many more infrastructure, stating that now the state is now a first-choice destination for investors. He also commended the Willie Obiano government for the 20 million naira community shoes project initiative, which saw communities in states develop basic infrastructure of need through the first and second phases of the project, as well commended the Governor Chukwuma Soludo's administration for sustaining the initiative and promising to upgrade the funding to 25 million naira. Barrister Akbudo explained that Professor Soludo's security architecture has drastically reduced crime in the state, commending his moves to restoring peaceful, livable and prosperous Anambra.
So Anambra State, for more ramification, we are doing very well. I'm proud to be an Anambarian. This is the only state a civil servant can wake up and say, yes, that the government is not owing me a dime. We are very proud of our governors. We're always blessed with the best brain. So it's kudos to the state. And with the way things are going, definitely we must achieve that desired, peaceful, livable, and prosperous homeland. The present governor is doing a lot of things to make sure that.
For the acting youth president of Asatu, Comrade Nkwado Chukwuemeka Onwualu, the youth will continue to support the government in power and ensure that all policies are embraced as Governor Soludo's administration is youth inclusive, advising that they should never relent in championing the cause of the youth in the state.
We continue to support the government in the government policies and the activities. As we have been doing, Anambra have moved from strength to strength, from development to development. So what we need to do is to continue to support all the government policies so that the Anambra state will be a better place.
Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
Enugu community in Njikoka local government area has marked its 80th traditional annual agricultural. I take that again. Enugu community in Njikoka local government area has marked its 80th traditional annual agricultural exhibition and prize-winning competition, as well as the 2022 Olili Onwa Asato Festival to recognize farmers' efforts and appreciate God for a bumper harvest this year. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Agric Show held at Obumu Civic Center in Enugu and was participated by over 200 farmers was first observed in 2015 and annually heralds the Ewaji ceremony, which in turn is a symbol of Ndi Enugu age-long Olili Onwa Asato festival. Addressing the people shortly after inspecting the agricultural produce, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, represented by his technical assistant, Mr. Ifani Nwegbu, commended Enugu leadership for such a laudable initiative, which he pointed out is worthy to be emulated by other communities in the state, and assured that the state government will continue to support farmers in the state for food sufficiency. Performing a kola nut ritual, the traditional ruler of Enugu, Igwera Afepe, thanked sponsors of the initiative and encouraged people to embrace agriculture so as to minimize food scarcity, describing agriculture as part of Igbo culture and tradition. The chairman, Enugu Agricultural Commission, Chief Jasper Okonkwo, explained that the major objective of the Enugu Agricultural Exhibition is to reactivate and reposition the long-forgotten homestead agronomic practices, popularly known in Anambra State as Uboazono, in the community, and expressed happiness that the initiative is already yielding positive results as the people now embraced farming, both crops and livestock, thereby tackling food insecurity. In their various interviews, a member of the Igwe Enugu's cabinet, Chief Theodo Omalu, Enugu Youth Ambassador, Mr. Ndubisi Isiadinso, the traditional ruler of Omuawolo, Igwe Juele Guongu, and the chairman, Ezumezu Munri, Prince Emeka Egwekwe, emphasized on the need for Ndi Igbo to uphold their rich cultural heritage and language, and observed that farming is the only solution to the present economic challenges in Nigeria, as the oil sector has already failed, describing farming business as a lucrative venture. The Abga flag bearer for Anambra State House of Assembly, Njikoka 1 constituency in the next year's elections, Mr. Chidi Ibemeka and Mr. Chukwuemeka Nwachukwu stressed the need for farmers to to be supported and encouraged by community leaders and government to reawaken people's mind towards agriculture. In his remark on behalf of the farmers, Nze Joe Anelum, who smiled home with a brand new motorcycle after winning this year's contest with his hefty tubers of yam, thanked God and the sponsors of the event for the honor done him and promised to put more effort in his farming business. Igwebe later retired to his palace, where he officially marked this year's Olilionwa Sato with his subjects, friends and well-wishers, and thanked God for a bountiful harvest in the community this year, as well as prayed for God's blessings on them in subsequent years. From Enugu in Njikoka Council area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
And going national now, determined to contribute towards global efforts to limit global temperature rise to well below 2 degrees Celsius, the federal government has commenced activities that would lead to the establishment of the Nigeria Emissions Trading Scheme, ETS. Under the scheme, the ministry will impose a limit cap on the total emissions in one or more sectors of the economy and issue a number of readable allowances that does not exceed the level of the cap. Each allowance corresponds to 1 unit of emissions, that's 1 ton. Hence, the federal government's initiative through the Federal Ministry of Environment to take the lead on the scheme with legal framework in the Climate Change Act of 2021 for the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions through a cap and trade-based emissions trading schemes to meet the net zero target. Consequently, the Ministry's Department of Climate Change, in collaboration with United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, organized a business meeting in Abuja last week to flag off the development of Nigeria's emissions trading framework, which was attended by senior officials of government and agencies, as well as private sector. In his opening remarks, Minister of Environment Mohammed Abdullahi recalled that Nigeria signed the Paris Agreement with a goal to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius and preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels, in addition to reducing global greenhouse gas emissions as soon as possible to achieve a climate-neutral world by mid-century. On the foreign scene, hundreds of people are stranded across the river in Manor Valley of Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province after a flash flood hit the region, destroying at least 10 bridges and dozens of buildings. The Manor Valley is located in the mountains of Kagan, a famous tourist destination in Pakistan. The valley has been hit by a torrential flood that killed at least 15 people, including women and children. Flash flood swept away the only concrete bridge connecting the scenic valley to the main city. Since then, all the villages on the other side of the river have been cut off and residents are waiting for help. One of the victims of the flood, Abdul Rashid, said he has lost his wagon to the flood, his only means of earning money to feed his family. And on sports news, Nigeria is set to host the 2022 Girls Under-19 African Nations Volleyball Championship at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. According to an inside source, 6 African countries have signified their interest in participating in the tournament, but their names are yet to be made public. The Nigeria Volleyball Federation wants to confirm if they are all going to make it down to Abuja for the championship before they make it official. The arrival date of the championship is billed for September 30, 2022. Technical meeting will be hosted on August 31, while the championship kicks off on September 1. Meanwhile, Nigeria's under-19 girls team will be hoping for a better outing after the boys team failed to finish among the top 3 at the African Under-21 Men's Nations Volleyball Championship. On the remains of the late Biafran war hero, General Alexander Atta Madibo, have been buried in his compound at Umuopu village, Oka. The crowd polling ceremony saw family members, retired and serving military officers, other security agencies, clergymen, top government officials, Umuopu Anglican community, and numerous other people graced the ceremony. Queen Anibogo fired the report.
The late General Madibo, aged 90, was an outstanding soldier who served as aide-de-camp to Nigeria's first Governor General, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and the General Officer Commanding of the Republic of Biafra during the Nigeria-Biafran War in 1967 to 1970. The late General, survived by his wife, Mrs. Regina Madibo, and 4 children, was the author of the book Nigeria Revolution and the Biafra War.
You don't need to weep or mourn him any longer, because God really blessed him. He made a lot of achievements in life, and he has left behind many legacies which others should emulate or follow. And the most important of all, that Alexander started with Christ and they ended with Christ. It's a thing of God.
Being Major General, he tried his best in bringing Nigeria together. And today, we're here to pay him last respect, tribute to the family, and using the opportunity to console all our friends, those whom the disease has impacted in their life, telling them to know that death is a necessary end for every mortal. We must all test death, so they should take heart.
It is said that parents are never old, even though the white striated hairs and beard on your cheeks reminded us that the years have passed by. Your demise at 90, which was the age at which men dispense counsel and wisdom, is unfortunate. We will sincerely miss your laughter, repartee, your explosive thesis and answers.
My dad was very quiet and very private. He was a very humble person. The most important thing to him was the family and the Igbo man. And so he lived a real quiet life. I mean, most people didn't even know he was still alive.
So I want to say a very big thank you. I mean, this is just a way of showing that a good name is worth more than silver or gold. My late dad did not accumulate so much money, but he accumulated a lot of friendships. He went out of his way to help people, and this shows with the love his people have for him. So I want to appreciate everybody that has come.
Also speaking, a friend of the family, Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuamuta, narrated how the deceased rehabilitated him during the war and asked everyone affected by his death to be consoled. Some of the dignitaries that attended the ceremony include the Secretary to Anambra State Government, Professor Solo Chukwulobel, Commissioner for Local Government and Town Union Matters, Mr. Tony Collins Mwabunganne, the Managing Director, Anambra State Fiscal Planning Board, Barrister Chike Maduekwe, and Chief Anayon Nebe, among others. Prayers, social choral anthem, interment, condolence visits by several groups featured during the event. Queen Anibogo, ABS News.
The Anambra Broadcasting Service commiserates with the family of Madibo on the death of our retired general. And with that news, we come to the end of the news this morning. But remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Governor Soludo has described the making of Cardinal Okpaleke as a blessing to Anambra. ASATU has congratulated Anambra on its 31st anniversary. Federal government has moved to establish blueprint for emission trading scheme. And on the foreign scene, Pakistan flood has killed over 15 people, destroys bridges. And a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a great day.
This is ABS, Heartbeat of the East.